Hello, 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 everybody. It's story time. So I will be doing a review of uh, a movie I saw. Yeah, I like to give my perspective on it, what I got out of it, uh, maybe add to it, take away. So I'm gonna be doing the story time while I cut up my vegetables. Okay, so this story is, I'm going to call it ABC, We Are Family. 3 characters, Amber, Becky, and Carla. A, B, C. Amber, Becky, and Carla. Now, when these 3 girls met, Amber was 10, Becky and Carla was 7. All 3 girls was awarded to the state. There were major issues in the home of all 3 girls. And again, the state took the girls. So these girls met down in foster care. We're going to say they were in foster care together, raised up in foster care together. Now, these girls got to talking. They kind of connected, and they became a family of their own. All 3 girls. They vowed that they would be family no matter what. Now, if one girl was going to foster care, they would not go if the other 2 couldn't come again, because they were taken from their family. And again, these were young girls looking for a family, and they found that in themselves, the 3 girls. So again, they was like, nobody is gonna pull us apart again. We are family. A, B, C. We are family. That was their trade. They would always say that in crisis, if someone was bothering them, A, B, C. We are family. It was kind of like a reminder, security. No, we got each other's back. Now, Amber was 3 years older than Becky and Carla. So she kind of took on more responsibility, I'll say. She was more of the mature one over Becky and Carla. Like if she saw trouble, she would, talk to them, warn them, remind them, where they came from, where they could possibly go, and remind them. A, B, C. We are family. Okay, so again, these 3 girls were raised in foster care. One would not go without the other. Now, as they got older, their bond got stronger. I mean, they were there for each other through thick and thin. There was sometimes some abuse in the system towards the girls. Some of them got caught up, but again, they were there for each other. Someone to talk to, someone to cry with, someone that gave that hug when they needed. Their family. So Amber, being 3 years older than Becky and Carla, Amber was able to get out on her own first. And once she got out, she secured a job, got like a little studio apartment because that was all she could afford. And she petitioned the court to get Becky and Carla because, again, this was her family. She was not leaving them behind. She was going to get them and take them with her. It took some time, but she was able to do that, right? And they were in this studio apartment. So by this time, Amber probably was around, we're going to say she was 20. And she had been on her job for a couple of years. And she got a promotion because Amber was driven. She had the responsibility that she took on herself to take care of Becky and Carla. So she was in a position where she could hire. And of course, she hired Becky and Carla. Okay. Now, Becky and Carla, when they were still in the system, kind of got into a little trouble. And they did not tell Amber about it. They felt like Amber would be mad or that Amber would not come back to get them. So they kind of had a little secret of their own. So what they did was, stole things from some of the other people that was there. Even though they got disciplined for it, again, they never told Amber. So they felt like we need to survive. Amber is not here. We got to do what we got to do. Trying to get a little money in their pocket, which it didn't pan out. But anyway, Amber hired Becky and Carla. And everything was working out fine. But one of the managers did notice that Amber was showing, favoritism towards Becky and Carla. They was too relaxed. She wasn't enforcing the rules on them. Okay, so Amber had a conversation with them and told them that, right? Hey, y'all got to step up. You got to step up. We are family. A, B, C. We are family. We need to get this money so we can get a bigger place, okay? Now, Becky and Carla heard the conversation in a different manner. So what they did was they set the store up to be robbed because they gonna get this money doing what they gotta do, okay? This was their mindset, to do what they gotta do so they can get a bigger place. Now, they brought this to Amber, that they wanted to do this. And Amber was like, no, we're going to do this the right way, work, save, and then we'll get a bigger place. It's just going to take a little time, but we are no longer in the system. So that's a positive, right? That's not what they heard. Anyway, one day they was closing and Amber did the walkthrough, making sure everything was secured. So when she got ready to lock up, Becky said, I forgot something. So she go back in, unlock the back door, right? It would look like Amber did it since Amber was in charge of locking up and securing the place for the night. So that night they go home. Becky and Carla go back to the store and rob the place. The next morning, the manager come in and noticed the back door was unlocked. Immediately, he calls in Amber. What happened? And she was like, I know I locked up everything. You can look at the camera. Okay, the manager pulls the camera. Yes, Amber did that. Also on the camera is Becky and Carla coming through the back door. Amber know who it is. Amber know who it is. And the manager looked like, it looks like Becky and Carla. And Amber's like, no, I don't think so. It was. Okay, so Amber goes home and talks to Becky and Carla and tell them, I know what you did. And you put us in a bad position. A bad position. So they confessed and told Amber, we can get a place now. We just need to do one more robbery and we can get the place. Amber was like, absolutely not. Absolutely not. And, you all better hope you don't get caught. I won't say anything, but you better hope you don't get caught. Because again, A, B, C, we are family. We don't turn on each other. Although they kind of did turn on Amber because they put her in a bad position. But Amber, again, being the mature one, she just, was like going to work. They went to work like nothing happened. Although in the back, they were still investigating. But Amber kept a close watch on Becky and Carla because they had mentioned one more robbery, right? So they did it. They did it again the same way. Unlocked the back door. But this time it was like once Amber locked up everything, Becky again went right behind her and unlocked it. And they all left out together. Same MO, they went back in. And the thing is, they knew where the safe was at, just like the first time. They went straight to the safe. So this time, the manager knew. So he called all of them in. All of them. Because again, now this time, on the camera, he saw Amber locking up. He also saw Becky unlock the door. Like, come on. But again, sometimes you don't think, you just react, which is not a good thing. Okay, so Becky, Carla, hold on, ABC, Amber, Becky, and Carla was arrested because they were all together. So it seemed like Amber was in on it. So all of them was arrested. Again, Amber would not turn on Becky and Carla. A, B, C. We are family. They all got charged. Okay, they made bail. So they got out. Now, this time, Amber was in on the plot because now they need money for a lawyer to try to stay out of jail, right? So they go to the manager's house and try to get the keys from the manager to go in the store because all the locks was changed, security, everything. Amber had no access to the store. They go No mask. I don't know what they were thinking. No mask. They go in and beat up on the manager really bad. Really bad. They beat the manager up so bad that, yeah, he was unalive. They didn't notice at the time. They went to the store with the key unlocked and did the same exact thing. Straight. Again, y'all listen. No mask. So what are you doing? What? You just gave yourself up. You just told on yourself. You're going to need some more money for another lawyer because now the manager is unalive. It was a security camera right outside of the manager's building. Again, they wore no mask. So back to jail they go. Again, A, B, C. We are family. This was their thing, right? No matter what, we're going to stick together. So as they're in jail, no bond this time. No bond. So the case is being investigated. Charges are being thrown left and right. And once they found out that that manager was unalive, OMG. So now they kind of trying to come up with another strategy. What are we going to do? What can we do? So now Becky and Carla looking at Amber to save them. You know, Amber was always the mature one. Amber was kind of the motherly figure in their family. That was not their intent to unalive this man. But no matter what, they was going to jail because, again, they didn't wear a mask. They intentionally went to this manager's house to get the key, to intentionally rob the store for the third time. Same M.O. Get in, go straight to the safe, and get out. The same way, the back door. So, as they go to court, this evidence was the video shown. There was no way out. No way out. Now, Becky and Carla got to talking amongst themselves. We need to get somebody else to help us. Right? So they asking each other, who do we know on the outside? Pretty much, they want to get somebody else involved to pretty much make the case go away, if you know what I mean. They thinking and thinking. They really don't have anybody because ABCs, that's all they have. Amber, Becky, and Carla, they were trying to get on their feet. They were trying to establish a life, a family. So pretty much nobody was ever involved. Well, nobody that we knew, okay? Well, Amber had somebody. And Amber, being the motherly figure, right? She didn't tell Becky and Carla what she was doing to save them, to get them out of this situation. She was working. She was plotting. She was thinking. She was making moves. So her person on the outside that she was seeing kept a tab on, them pretty much, well, not a tab, but Amber used to talk to her person all the time. Her person knew how she grew up. She knew about Becky and Carla. And she was just, I guess, by Amber being so young and took on this responsibility, she needed somebody to confide in herself. She needed somebody to lean on herself. And this was her person. Her person vowed to protect her. Her person vowed to love her unconditionally. Unconditionally. Now, so her person hired somebody to pretty much do some unaliving. Her person had contacts with the police department, and some of the files, documents, mysteriously got lost. Can you believe it? Can you believe it? Okay, mysteriously got lost. So when it was time to prosecute again with evidence, although the videos were shown, they were charged, but not with all the documents, not with all the charges. They all got sentenced to 5 years. 5 years. And they were okay with that because they were looking at life. Life. They were all okay with that because the prosecutor could not prove 100% without a doubt their total case. And because their face was shown on the videos ahead of time, that's how they got the 5 years. But they sat in jail, surviving, taking care of each other, loving on each other, securing each other. And Amber still connected with her person on the outside. Her person vowed to wait on her. Amber then told Becky and Carla about her person. And she told them, no matter what, A, B, C, we are family. We will always be family. And just like when they were awarded to the state, they're going to continue to take care of each other.